All right, chat, we are reviewing a Gold DPS player. Has been sent to us by the lovely Double J. He's claiming that the issue that he's having right now is that he feels like he's getting a lot of picks. He's feeling like he's playing his brains out, but he's still not getting a dub. So we're going to try and figure out why that is. All right, chat, we're going to be reviewing the positioning. We're going to be reviewing some game map, game knowledge. We're going to be reviewing his aim a little bit too. And we're going to see how he plays. Right now, I legitimately think that you actually have the worst comp. You do have a Symmetra one-trick on your team right now, which is not going to be as good as a Bastion, but let's see what happens. Let's take it from the start. Taking a little bit of a deep dive here. Good that you're focusing on the Bastion. I like that. Here's another thing. Here's another thing that I see straight off the rip as well. I see that you like to use her E as a means to do damage. For me personally, I think the E should be used more as a way of denial of passage, right? So in this case, you throw the E right there because I know that you want the kill. I know that your brain was thinking railgun, but you throw your E instead. What I want you to do here is I want you to throw your little E onto the doorway. This makes it generally hard for the supports to back in and out, and that forces the supports to play behind the actual point instead. You're basically putting both their supports in a really sticky situation because the D.Va right now is hyper-focused on the Moira and focused on the Roadhog, which allows you to take a little bit step on the left, and from this angle, you have a free shooting range on both their supports. And I think for this moment, instead of trying to use it as a means to get kills, it's way better to use it as a denial of passage instead. I think in this case, zoning would have been way better, and it probably would have opened up more kills. Oh. Okay. Double J, I don't know if I need to tell you this. I think we already realized what just happened. Don't use slide to get away from the explosions. Do it on the last two. Never do it on the first one. If you slide, you can't stop your slide. And essentially, you're going to get hit regardless, right? So always wait for the first to go out, and then the next two is free to use slide. But don't use slide to begin, because that's just a panic slide, and the rocket is going to kill you because it got buffed, right? It's so faster now, so don't do that. I think I already know how this teamfight is going to go. We lost our Symmetra super early, and then you got hit by the bombs, but we didn't use any ultimates, which could be a blessing in disguise. We'll see. Your Ana is still alive somehow. Oh, that was unfortunate. You kind of got your Ana kill there. I see what you tried to do. It's unfortunate. Right here, I would use overclock.
Let's do it.
Right here, I would just use overclock straight away. Don't know why we're holding overclock right now. You were playing a 5v4 with baby D.Va. Using overclock there would have been a perfectly okay ult. No D.Va to eat your shots. You get free reign for the entire time. Instead, what ends up happening now is that the enemy Sojourn pops her ult. She gets her more out of the game. Effectively makes it a 5v3. And when you come back, you're officially staggered. You're not winning this team fight. And now it's over. Yeah, you had an entire 20-30 second moment there where you could have pumped up overclock and probably won that fight single-handedly for your team. Let's slow it down. Let's see if chat can pick it up here. Let's see if chat can find out the issue. So D.Va has used all her defense matrix. It's gone. She uses the last second and a half she has on it. She is now entirely on cooldown, right? In this particular positioning, you are so hyper-focused on the Bastion that you will rail the Bastion over the D.Va here, right? But we end up missing, so we get nothing out of it. D.Va still 30% in front of the payload. Still no defense matrix. Gets shut down. Ultis, right? When this is happening, right here, right? Right here. This is also another golden opportunity. Another golden opportunity to pop overclock. Because if you have decent aim, and you know where the D.Va is, because we know she's going to stand right next to the payload if this bomb goes off, popping overclock here would actually not be a bad idea. The reason why I say this is that not only could you have been at the window right now, free reign on every motherfucker out there, but after this bomb goes off, right here, I would have popped overclock, and I do it all the time. The reason why I say that is even if she gets back into her mech, you can still push the mech down to like 20% HP by just free shooting at her head hitbox because she's static, right? And while she's doing that, you can also get more value by you shooting their entire team who is lined up perfectly for the best overclock I have ever seen. All right?
Reality bends to my will. Empowered and ready to fight. This ends now.
Okay, we used it.
Cooling down.
I don't want to say it, but always primary fire between your ults, okay? If you primarily fired onto the Bastion and the Ana, if you just shot a little bit in between your shots there, you would have killed both. It's okay to do primary fire in between. A lot of people do it because all you need is 2 shots onto a 200 HP target after you hit them with the rail, right? So, instead of trying to go for like the skill shot, it is okay to do a body shot followed up by primary shots. It doesn't always have to be flashy. Sometimes just getting the kill is all we give a shit about. And in this particular case, if you right-click the Ana like you did that one time, just now happened. If you used your primary fire there, you would have killed her. Also, I'm not gonna fucking grill you on the med packs because I fucking don't know where they are on this map either. Nice. I like that. Like to blink in. You can take the teleporter right now to get out of harm's way. Okay, we stayed. Okay, fair enough. Fucking brave. Okay. There's some minor mistakes happening, but for the most part, I like the target priority. You seem to understand that Mercy is the target we should go for. Or maybe... Oh, we should have taken the health pack there. We saw it. Now, this gets rough. It gets really rough, because she has an aimbot and you don't. Yeah. So if you play on the health pack there, if you the moment you saw that the health pack was available, you should have jumped in. That would have forced her to shift. And you're still not getting healed.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance!
Yeah. I mean, 18 HP and a fucking dream con. Yeah. Your team got staggered here. Your team got really staggered there. So what can we take away from this? Well, Double J, I do agree with you. I do feel like you were at a disadvantage with a Symmetra one trick on your team. Shit happens. It happens to all of us. But I do feel like there's lots that could be improved there. I'm not saying that hypothetically that you would have won by doing everything, but I do think that you could have played it smarter. The way I like to go about it most of the time is, yes, you will get games where it feels like you're completely unwinnable. But the takeaway from this is that I feel like your positioning could use a lot of work. And I feel like your ult usage could use a lot of work. I feel like you're very scared of using your ultimate. And you felt a little bit more comfortable on Tracer. I don't know if it's because you get more pulse bombs out. But I do think that you could have been slightly more reckless with your ult usage. I feel like on Sojourn, you held your ult for super long. I don't think there should ever be a situation where the enemy team Sojourn gets 2 ults out before you even get 1 out. I think that you should try and find opportunities to use overclock way more often. Don't be too afraid. Like, something as simple as the D.Va, right? I know that you're scared of pushing overclock into a D.Va, but if the D.Va has utilized 4 seconds of her defense matrix, I feel like it's completely free for you to get that extra damage in. When it comes to Tracer, right? I think what you can do in that particular situation is that you can try and find ways to use the bomb. And I feel like you did get good sticks in. However, it comes at a time when your team is already down, right? So we need to find opportunities and ways to flank to get that opportunity in, right? For example, there was one fight that you won single-handedly because you decided to pulse bomb the Ramatra. He then dashes into his fucking Mercy. She just dies, right? And the Ramatra goes down to 10% HP. He has to run. You win that fight. So you single-handedly changed the outcome of that fight. Now, we need to do more of that, right? And that's just the way it's going to be. We just need to do more of that. And there was a lot of ways and pathways that you didn't utilize. As for having a Symmetra on your team, hey man, listen, when I play my games, I still get those on my team as well. The only benefit that I have is that they're slightly better at what they're doing than your Symmetras are, but you can still try and play to your best strength, right? If a game, in your opinion, is thrown, lost, or whatever, try and improve. Try and focus on things that you can do. If you have a Symmetra one trick on your team, the best you can do is just be like, okay, this is a 4v5, I'm going to do the best I can to win this game. You know? Consider it hard mode, if you will. But don't tilt yourself. The takeaway from this Double J is I feel like your positioning could use a lot of work, and I feel like you need to utilize flank routes way more, and your ult usage needs to go up a tremendous amount. Okay? And that pretty much wraps that video up. Some closing words. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I appreciate y'all. If you guys want to find out more about me and you can't get enough of me, you can watch me at twitch.tv/iddqd. We stream every single day at 11 p.m. PST. Thank you so much.